you could do, because they're like, oh my God, if you did two more things, you're right there. and that's what it is. So I'm here waiting for pizza I ordered, and right now the day's going pretty good. Got everything pretty much done, loaded up, everything's set up. The only thing we got to do is wait, and I think we're only really working for an hour. You don't want us showing up in the middle of your event, coming in, plugging in stuff, setting up, and then doing a sound check. No, you want us to be ready. So we show up early, we do our thing. So when you hire us, we get her done. I did a drive test just a while ago. See how that works. I found out that this has Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna update the firmware and keep messing with it. Gotta, trying to make a Netflix commercial style, film. Basically a Netflix original, but it's a product commercial, and doesn't have to be funny. It can be serious, or it's a story time. That's what I want to do, and I'm looking for a camera that gives me a good depth of field, so things behind me are blurry. Some new cameras do that. I just don't own one, and I'm looking for a camera style look. That's it. So far it's coming together, and then soon I'm gonna stop saying that because I found it. So there you go. The lights are on over here. Like, what's going on? So if you have something I can do, or you suggest I'm doing something that needs like a little tweak, like better stands. Right now this is stationary, and this is normally what I would do. I'm looking for new angles every day, and I'm gonna do a morning Java style where I can find my little spot for the day and light it up. Right now I have natural light from outside, and I have the in-room ceiling. There are 6 LED lights that is lighting this room for this camera. It's on auto. I don't know what the ISO is. My shutter speed, if that's what that is at 150. I have I'm on 24 frames high. This setting, I think it says FX. It's that weird AVC blah blah blah. I don't even know. I haven't committed to memory yet. So that I will only technically try to keep things to memory on things I'm using, and anything that can be referenced outside that. And so I'm going to create a playlist for just these video. So if anyone wants to follow along, no one has sponsored this channel at all, so I'm gonna keep it like that for a minute, because I'm not begging. I don't need anything from anyone. If anyone has gear that they think I could use, I got an email. You can use it. I'm gonna get right now the audio is from the camera. So it's from the camera, and I will get a external mic, which I do have, that I'm going to use for my videos. And I do have a Rode shotgun the mini ones. So when I get my case to wrap around this thing, then I'll work on those settings. But like I said, man, some people will utilize this. You know, there's videos out in this planet that has no views, and there's videos that have maybe 1 or 2, and that's fine. I want to create a series of content that, you know, helps people like me to think the way I think. And I think that's what YouTube is basically. Just trying to find, you know, my 144,000 likable people who look at me and be like, oh my God, that's the people we want to follow. And I meet a lot of people who are YouTubers, influencers. I did an event yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. And it was for Nevada Hands. And they basically was doing a street neighborhood block party. And it had, they're raising money for a senior shuttle bus. And I think, you know, from what I heard, it was a 90,000 for the complete, you know. And that's what they were raising, and I guess they had someone who, you know, not claimed, they said straight up, hey, you will do dollar for dollar. I don't know how much they would cap out at, but, you know, if somebody said I got 45,000, they put in, and now they're done, 2 people. But there was someone who said, oh, I have $2,000, so now they have 4. So they're working their way towards making things happen. And that's it. We're all here working together, making things happen. And I don't think I can upload this file format. I know now how to access this particular format. It's a different weird format. And I think it's like .mps or something like that. So, but I don't think you can upload that straight to YouTube. Maybe, I think you can. I think I have. And the only benefit I see from that is storage. Pros and cons is something like that. When you have the raw file from this camera, that's unique. But when you upload it to YouTube, you're gonna lose 90% of all the data, and you know, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to do. And it's not saving those videos in the high quality, like you know, for people who, and if I'm explaining wrong, correct me, but from what I think is, when you have a RAW and then when you have a JPEG, when you are looking at RAW, you have the full light spectrum, but when you have a JPEG, it burns it to that like a film, and you can't really do too much adjustment other than that range you create. But the RAW has a light scatter, so if you've ever tried out, take pictures in RAW and you have a picture that is so dark, that's okay. The RAW has the data, so when you take a picture and you know, you're like, oh, it's always grainy or some kind of whatever, do bump up the contrast or, you know, the lighting so you can see in the dark, and then use that as a overlay. So when you're trying to create a, you know, some contrast in the dark, you can use that as an example. And that's how they do for the you know, these cameras doing video with the RAW, they'll layer all of the different sequences. So my goal is, when I'm doing my particular podcast, I just want to tell a story, you know, a very short. This is 21 minutes. I'm liking how I can read everything. I'm kind of in the right distance. I hope my face is exactly in a good frame. I put the bars so I can, I'm not really comfortable. I feel like my face head is so, like if I want to, I would have to sit back more and have like more of a, like a sitting, my chin is extended, and as a photographer, you know, and you want to get that face, kind of something like that, where, you know, then I would be talking to someone right there, and I would be like, yeah, you know, I believe that he did do it. You know, you got 15 police squad cars following you on a freeway, and then he writes a book talking about, you know, oh yeah, maybe I did it. Yeah, well, the thing is that he was, don't cheat. That's it, you know, and let men be men. You know, we have emotions for a reason, and when, you know, a woman tells a man to man up, it, you know, men punch people, you know, and it's almost, think of it this way, when you get offended when we say calm down, right? So consider that phrase of the calm down, and you have a man, and you basically say, you know what, man up. Just, I'll knock you out. And we don't do that, you know. Look at video gamers and look at how when they rage, right? That is like if you tell a man to man up and they don't know you and you are busting your ass, and you know, nobody knows what you're doing. And I think everyone should just back off of each other, because when people are here trying to, you know, handle their life, they don't know, and they don't want you to tell them how to do their life. They kind of have an, no one took care of them, as they're doing it the way they know how to do it, because they asked for help, they never got the help, and they hit that ceiling, and that's it. That's how they're doing their thing. So when you can see people genuinely waking up in the morning, getting to work, and doing their, even if they're doing 70 to 80%, they showed up. And that's the thing. You know, if you got people showing up, that's it. You got one job. Keep it moving, you know, because a lot of people don't want to work. When that whole reality, this fucking lens is heavy as
I'm just glad she is chilling in one spot so I could try to. It's like I gotta fucking go up here and then to wait. Come on, my little subject. How pretty you are. So this is ISO 100. Shutter is at 160. And I don't know what my F is because it's just flashing with double lines. So I don't even know how to even set that up. Alright, she's gone.